Well, everybody, it's time once again for the LIV Golf post-game show. Oh, that's us. There we go. Can you see us? We'll give you a wave. Here's a mini Alf out there, David.
Yes.
Just out of your reach. Hello there. That's our commentary box on 18.
One-way glass, fortunately.
I think David just gave it a gesture.
There he is. Look, we can see the drone right behind us.
Oh, yeah.
So, another excellent day. Dustin Johnson, I suppose when it comes to dinner tonight, it's not going to taste quite as good, is it, after that drop shot on 18?
Yeah, and, you know, when you look at the 3-putt on 14, it's 20 feet. If he makes that and doesn't bogey the last, it's 59.
Wow.
Yeah. But doesn't, he said it best. It doesn't bother him too much.
No,
He's got the shortest memory in golf. He's a master of the understatement. Yeah, I'm hitting it well. I'm putting well. I'm rolling it well. It's when his competitors look at that recipe, I think they're a little more intimidated by it than he is impressed with himself.
He doesn't annoy himself for any length of time.
Oh.
He's amazing like that.
That's a gift.
He's got great golf acumen.
Yeah.
14 under par for DJ, the 4 aces captain. They themselves have overturned an overnight deficit of 6 shots to lead Stinger at the moment by 1 going into Championship Sunday. This was for birdie at 3. Soon after for birdie at 4.
His body language never changes. You know, whether he's missed it from 6 feet or makes it, that's just what he does. Yep, whatever.
Yeah.
A great shot here at number 10.
Whichever way you look at it, Dustin Johnson is box office, isn't he? There'll be people tuning in across the globe to see if he can get it done tomorrow to win his 2nd LIV Golf title. Remember, he won that dramatic playoff last summer in Boston, and he was our overall individual season champion as well. And he captained the 4 races to the team championships. Bryson DeChambeau, meanwhile, there's still some golf to play here. Just played his 2nd to 13. He'll have that for birdie. He would dearly love to end the day on 9 under par. This is how it looks then, individually, at the end of round 2, heading into Championship Sunday. Bryson maybe gets to 9 under par, we shall see. But Dustin Johnson leads the way on 14 under par. Brandon Grace, 67 today to add to his 61 yesterday. Great to see Bubba Watson up there. He'll be in the final group on 10 under par as well. So he'll be going for himself and for his range goats tomorrow. And it's just great to see Bubba challenging at the top of the pile.
Yeah, he's a familiar face. He's a dynamic player. He's fun to watch. He gives you plenty of commentary, even when he doesn't steal Troy's mic. He wears his emotions on his sleeve, and he is a 2-time Masters champion. The kid can play.
I think this was 13 for birdie. And immediately for eagle at 14. That one slipped by, but it was another birdie, and then at 15 as well. So 10 under par overall for Bubba Watson. And the captains tomorrow, we talked about it in our Saturday Surge. A lot of them have massively important roles to play for their teams as well as themselves individually tomorrow, David, don't they?
Yeah, they really do. They take the weight on their shoulders and lead from the front.
Yeah, lead by example. And you heard Dustin say he didn't really pay much attention to the team leaderboard today because he was focusing on his job at hand. That's how you help your team. Your score is ultimately the only thing that matters, and to lead by example means he's going to go out and try and take care of business again tomorrow, and hopefully the teammates follow suit.
Well, Bryson DeChambeau, and we know that he has a birdie putt. It's lovely to see him getting back to form because it's been frustrating watching how frustrated he's been so far.
Yeah, he really has, you know, not played up to his expectations. But if he can manage to knock that one in on 13, he's got a sniff.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
is.
5 back. I mean, we're seeing 61s, 62s. You know, it's not beyond the. I think the winner will come from that top 3. But you know, the 8s, and if Bryson can get to 9, you just never know.
Yeah, I agree. I think Cam Smith also having that putter squared away and the ball striking a little better has a chance from 6 back.
Well, let's take you out to 13 then, and Bryson DeChambeau. The Crushers are 21 under par, and a reminder that in Singapore on Championship Sunday they were 20 under on the final day alone. That got them onto the podium. So things can change so quickly in the team competition, and they are right there challenging for the podium and perhaps even for their second victory of the season. They won the opening event down in Mayakoba, Mexico.
20 under on that golf course is just some serious
Yeah.
trouble everywhere.
Really.
63s for Casey and Charles Howell on the final day, which certainly helped. Bryson knows the significance of this.
Yeah, and to get into those last 2 groups, a big thing as well, because he can intimidate if he hits driver, and if he goes flat out tomorrow, which he'll have to do. You know, and he gets the ball in the middle of the club face, drives it in the fairway. He has a sniff.
Yeah. This is the club that's finally starting to wake up for him, though.
Bryson will sleep easy tonight. 9 under par, a fabulous bounce back to form with a 63. Say I'm rooting, but I did enjoy that.
Yeah,
It's great to see the big names challenging at the top of the leaderboard, and also with what they've got to do for their teams as well. It just sets it up beautifully for tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got some of the most exciting players in the game in the final 2 groups.
We're almost guaranteed to having that pretty much every week. We have 48 players, and we have some of the best players in the entire game, and certainly some of the most accomplished, some of the best personalities and strongest personalities in the game. So we might not see them all at the top. We have a nice collection of them here. We had a nice collection of them in Singapore. We had a nice collection of them in Adelaide as well.
Troy, let's send it down to you.
I'm here with Bryson DeChambeau, 4th place today, 7 under. It's a great round, but we want to talk to you about, you know, what's going on with you. You're working with, we know you're working with your teammates. Your short game was on today.
A lot better today.
A lot better. So tell us what you're working on.
Ball striking, still kind of hitting it a bit all over the place, but I'm scoring really well. Jibo's been helping me out quite a bit on the greens and just giving me good strategy out here, like how to play this course the best I possibly can. And that's what we've been doing this week. I mean, I've not been hitting at my absolute best, but my wedges have been really nice. And if I can continue that and improve the driving a little bit, I'll hopefully shoot a low one tomorrow and give myself a chance.
Well, you're sitting in 4th right now going into Sunday, Mother's Day Sunday, and you were at the Lindsay house and you shared with us how special your mom is and how special that occasion was. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Mom's obviously special. She's love her to death. She meant everything. She means everything to me, and she's done so much for me, giving her life up for me pretty much. And the Lindsay house is incredible. I mean, we were there and seeing all those mothers and the children, how their lives have been positively impacted from it. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of what LIV Golf is doing in the community there, and continue what they continue to do in their initiative. So being a part of that was really special, and I look forward to doing a lot more of that, because it definitely brought me back down to earth and made me realize how blessed we all are out here.
Well, thank you, and continue to play well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Troy. Let's take a look at some of Bryson's highlights today then, and there were many of them. This is his 3rd shot at 14, which was his opening hole of the day. This for birdie at 16. And the putter got hot today, didn't it? 63. He hasn't dropped a shot in over 20 holes, Bryson DeChambeau. That was birdie at 17. Then his 2nd shot into the 3rd. Beautiful spin on that, and he almost holed out. And then for eagle at 5. great day for Bryson DeChambeau, and as usual, the big names are sticking around, spending time mingling with the crowd, signing autographs, taking selfies as well. Not quite been Phil's week this week, but he'll head to the PGA next week. I think still full of confidence. The high flyers not quite getting it done as a team here in Tulsa.
You hear it from fans that come to each of our events, the access to players, the intimate feel of a LIV golf event that they really enjoy, even though there are thousands of people gathered around.
So that is the state of play in the team competition heading into Championship Sunday. Look how close it is. The four aces, 26 under par, seeking a sixth team championship. There are reigning champions in LIV Golf as well. They are a shot clear of Stinger, Crushers. They're there as well in third place on 22 under. Bubba's Range Goats are in range as well, 20 under par. And a terrific day for Bryson DeChambeau, a 63 for him today in the individual leaderboard. Just a reminder that Dustin Johnson, 2 shots clear going into Championship Sunday ahead of Brandon Grace. Bubba Watson is right there as well. Bryson DeChambeau 9 under. Cameron Smith got it going late on in his second round. He is 8 under par, but it's all to play for on Championship Sunday. Dean Burmester 5 under par for Stinger. He's got a very big day ahead of him tomorrow to try and get the victory for Stinger. Now for CW and their affiliates across the United States, to continue with our post-game coverage, please switch over to the CW app. Otherwise, it's goodbye for now, and join us tomorrow for the final round action. The team competition, chaps, it is so tight, but to overcome a 6-stroke overnight lead, to go in after round 2 with a 1-stroke lead, the four aces are so intimidating as a team. They're so deep as a team. You wouldn't bet against them tomorrow, would you?
No, I wouldn't. But, you know, there's a bunch of good teams behind them. And as you say, you know, I mean, there's, 6 shots separate them and the Range Goats, who I think are second favorite. Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of the four aces highlights then today. Led, of course, by Dustin Johnson. He started at the first and promptly birdied it. Patrick Reed.
Par 311.
So consistent in terms of his contribution to the team. 3 under today, his score counted. The aces were 15 under par overall for day 2. There's Reed for birdie of 14. And another birdie at 16 for him. And the beauty of LIV Golf is, if you're out of it individually, like Peter Uihlein perhaps is on 5 under par, you still contribute to the team. Every shot counts. This is his second shot into the second. He'll be playing for individual points, of course, tomorrow towards the end of season individual standings, but also has a huge role to play for his team. This is for birdie for Uihlein at 6.
Yeah, he has a habit, along with Pat Reed, of just playing well on a Sunday. It seems, you know, we saw him in Mexico, and but DJ, you know, today really just everything came right.
Well, Stinger were leading for most of the day. They had that 6-shot overnight lead, but they were then caught by the four aces. But you never know tomorrow. Louis Oosthuizen, Charles Schwartzel, Dean Burmester, Brandon Grace, who is chasing the individual title, they can all go low. And as a team, they are very, very consistent. And it just, tomorrow, in terms of entertainment, yes, it's going to be fascinating to see if Dustin Johnson can seal the individual title, but watching this team competition tomorrow is going to be great, isn't it?
Yeah, it will. But you get back to Stingers and the South African team, they're also playing with a higher purpose, so to speak, having lost John Bland earlier this week, and kind of a national hero to those golfers from South Africa. And I know a friend of yours, David, so you can't discount that motivation. You know, this is still golf. This is still entertainment. This is still truly a sport. But they could find no better way to honor their late countryman than being able to have a toast to him by spraying champagne all over you.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, hence the blue ribbons on all the Stinger GC players' caps in honor of John Bland, who passed away this week. The range goes 20 under par. It's not been Taylor Gooch's week, has it?
No, but it could be his day tomorrow. It would surprise me if he doesn't shoot low tomorrow in front of this crowd. He'll be disappointed with the way he played today, and it would surprise me if he doesn't go, you know, pretty special tomorrow.
Could be getting a little bit, could be seeing the early stages of a rivalry here between the GOATs and the Four Aces.
Yeah.
And of course, Taylor Gooch, a big part of the reason why that is a rivalry, defecting from the Four Aces and signing with the Range GOATs.
Well, we're going to take you over to the flash interview area where Bubba
I'm scared to death out there.
is chatting to the gathered press.
It's always interesting.
Thinking about things, focused on the wrong things. That's what's going to keep creeping in there. I mean, it's creeping in there for, 15, 16 years I was on the PJ Tour. So it's always going to be a battle for me, but the rust is definitely, I believe the rust is gone. It's the shot making of knowing where to miss it and strategy on the golf course. You know, you haven't had it for 9 months, so you're each day you're gaining on it.
Obviously, you're very happy for Taylor the last two tournaments, but how much of a motivating factor is it to see a teammate win in terms of your individual performances?
Well, you don't want to be the last on the team. You know, you want to battle, and it's not that all four of us, right? All four of us are battling to not be last, right? Because it's pride. Pride and ego are on the line, right? And forget the rest of the field with your own team. You want to be third at worst, right? And so, you know, that's the battle we're all facing. We're all facing pride and ego. I mean, that's everyday life, but then on the golf course as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Bubba, is it you feel like you'll be maybe in the shadow a little bit and be able to chase in that lead group because you're, I don't want to say it's a two-horse race, but being in third and being a little bit further back, is it nice to be in that setting, let those guys kind of duel it out and you do your own thing, or how do you approach that?
I truly haven't seen the leaderboard yet because we're getting shoveled in and signed some autographs. So I don't even know how far back I am, but I mean, my thing is just do what I can do. If I can shoot another good round of 500, 400, 600, you know, they beat me, You know, I can only do as good as I can do. That's the goal. That's the mindset. Now, when I get to the first tee, I might throw up and think about the bad stuff. But as of right now, I'm trying to just focus on my game and focus on how I can help the GOATs, right? And that's the whole goal.
I know it's only been a couple days, but does this feel like a good course to chase from, you think? Make up the strokes?
I mean, any course is a good course, right? You saw Taylor a few weeks ago in Singapore, right? He was 10-shot lead, give or take. And he went back to 2-shot lead. And I promise you, he was a little thirsty. He was like, man, I need to swallow. You know, I need to get something to drink. And so, you know, I mean, that's the game. That's the name of the game, right? It's just trying to beat yourself, right? You're gonna have thoughts come in your head. You got to get them out of there and just play it off. Yeah.
No win today. Very soft receptive greens. Are you surprised more people didn't go 65, 64, 63 on a day like this?
No, because pin locations. They put pin locations in the right spots, make it tough. The ball's going to spin more. Distance off the tee is going to be shorter. Grab longer clubs into the holes. You know, the impact of the ground with wet grass is always different. So yeah, no, I mean, this is just something that normally happens. You know, it makes we were all hitting fairways, so it just made the distance different.
Great to hear live from Bubba Watson and the Goat Gang, hashtag Goat Gang. And there's plenty of activity there. Look at that top left. Watching from Belma Golf Club in Norman, Oklahoma. On my way back, on my back patio with an iced tea.
Yeah. You know, I'm wondering that, you know, Cowboy the Goat, the mascot for this week, you know, where is Cowboy staying? Is he sharing a room with Bubba? Could happen.
You know, a lot of the players rent houses privately. A lot of the teams do. You never know. There could be a nice backyard or a little
A good goat
Paddock?
is hard to find.
That's to be investigated, perhaps. But they are in with a shout. And you talk about the potential for a rivalry with the 4 aces as well. I mean, we are seeing deeper teams this year than perhaps we did last year.
Yeah.
We're seeing different winners on a week-by-week basis. We're seeing the 4 aces challenge almost every opportunity, but the range goats are doing the same now.
Yeah, they are. And I don't think we can underestimate just how much tomorrow means to Bubba Watson. After that knee injury, he was out for the best part of a year. And at his age, you know, even with his track record, you know, he's got to be thinking, you know, in the back of his mind, am I going to be able to come back, you know, to the highest level again? Well, you know, apparently so. And, you know, it's great to see him in form, one of the most exciting players in the game.
Yeah, Harold Varner still working on his game after his round today.
But you mentioned the teams getting deeper. I mean, honestly, we are not an established league yet. We're in our infancy. This is only going to continue to grow, and there's going to be more players added, I'm sure, through time. There's going to be interesting moves in the offseason in terms of the makeup of each team. It's going to be exciting to watch, but the deepness of the teams is necessary, counting 3 scores every day. As volatile as that can be, it's really hard to feel like you're playing with a 3-man team, which has been the case for a few guys, with one guy just playing poor golf.
Harold Varner will have a big role to play tomorrow, but this is the state of play heading into Championship Sunday here in Tulsa. Dustin Johnson with a pair of 63s, 14 under par, seeking his 2nd LIV Golf title. 2 ahead of the overnight leader Brandon Grace, 61, 67 for Brendan. And then Bubba Watson in 3rd place, Bryson DeChambeau in 4th on 9 under par. Let's take a look at how the team pylon shapes up. 4 aces lead the way. Once again, 1 ahead of Stinger. The Crushers in 3rd place, 22 under par. Bubba's Range Goats on 20 under par. Brooks Koepka and Smash GC, they're certainly not out of it. It's been a terrific Super Saturday here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The weather has been kind. The sun has shone all day. I think thousands of people that gathered here have enjoyed themselves, and we'll do it all again tomorrow. Taylor Gooch, he's got a lot of work to do, but a big day for him and his team tomorrow. We hope you can join us from Cedar Ridge for Championship Sunday from the whole team here at LIV Golf. Thanks for watching today. We'll see you tomorrow.